In this episode, we visit a very unique museum in the heart of San Bernardino. This hidden gem is less visited than it should be, and the history of McDonald's and McDonald's itself has touched each and every one of us. Come along with us on this trip down our childhood memory lane to see the history of McDonald's. San Bernardino is a town located approximately 60 miles east of Los Angeles and about 60 miles west of Joshua Tree. One of the things San Bernardino is famous for is the beginning of the fast food restaurant chains. Because of McDonald's and the two McDonald brothers, Rich and Maurice, who invented the fast food process, many other restaurants followed in suit. Taco Bell, Wiener Schnitzel, and Del Taco all started within blocks of McDonald's. This spurred on KFC, Carl's Jr.'s, Wendy's, Burger King, and Sizzler all to follow the same process of a speedy delivery of food.
Here you are. What's that? Your food. No. I just ordered. And now it's here. You sure? All right. Where are the, silverware and the plates and everything?
You just eat it straight out of the wrapper and then you throw it all out.
The concept of fast food was brand new. No one had ever heard of this. It was all developed in a small area around 14th Street in San Bernardino.
No.
Catch up! Here's some lazy Susan. And pickles and pickle and mustard!
Hello everybody, we're at a unique place. You can see behind me the sign. We are at the very first McDonald's. The #1 McDonald's started the whole thing. It's a museum in San Bernardino, California. And we're gonna go through this and hopefully it'll turn out to be something fun. Let's go. Free admission. Cameras welcome. Yes.
It's free, but if, you can give like donation like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh man, look at all this
This is the
stuff.
guy.
Oh, that's the guy.
This is the guy.
Yeah, if you don't know who the guy is, you should watch the movie
Do you
because
think this is the second one?
the show we're talking about is called The Founder, and it's well worth seeing because this guy was something else. Pretty amazing, the collection of little toys. These were toys that they gave away when you came to McDonald's a million years ago. Wow, there's so much in here. It's unreal.
You remember a long time ago when you buy something, you got this like Happy
That's
Meal?
exactly. That's like with the Happy Meals and all the stuff that you would get.
I usually buy for Richard because you want the toys, right? Not because the hamburger.
Oh, and here's the movie we just referred to,
Right, the founder.
The Founder,
Yep.
Michael Keaton. Highly recommend you see that if you've not seen it before, because it shows how McDonald's got started and how it ended up. It's amazing. My God. Kids high chair, 1970s. All the different years, this 2000s up through the 90s. Wow. In the 70s. Oh, in different countries? Really amazing. These are the old outfits, I guess. So the admission coming in here is free, but you can leave a donation if you want. And we'll probably do that because it's really so well kept. Really. And I guess you can purchase maybe some things also. So many tied into things like shows that were going on, you know, on television back in the 80s here. It's just unreal how many things they gave away.
Some of their own characters made into specialized eraser tops and figurines.
Oh, they are eraser tops, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, these guys, like I said, these are the early prototype toys. These are hard to find because when McDonald's first tested, these little brackets kind of explain the history. Mm-hmm. When they first field tested the Happy Meal 2 years earlier in 1977 in 4 cities in the United States, there wasn't a uniform toy line for it. They basically just gave these different, the restaurants in these 4 cities a book basically of all the different little goodies like this. And basically said, just order whatever you want, just give that out as your, well, they didn't even call them toys, they call them prizes, because the idea was the Happy Meal was like the cereal boxes of those times. Right. Or, you know, you open the box and you get a little prize inside.
I mean, this was a gyroscope, right?
So, yeah, it's like a top. You would have to balance it on that little stand there. Like, some of these early plastic toys are hard to find because, again, same thing with these guys, the plastic was not of the highest quality. So they're very, especially over the course of 40 years, in the right environments, they can actually start to become brittle, like eggshell brittle.
Right.
Like there's been a few toys I've come across, like especially of these little train sets, where they've gotten so dried up from being in a hot basement or attic for so many years that they actually snap just from just a simple amount of pressure. So I check these toys every so often to make sure that they're at least a little flexible because we want to make sure they're preserved for a while because, once we lose some of these, they're hard to, we're a donation museum, so if we lose a certain toy, we're going to have to wait for someone to bring another donation of that, and they're hard to come by as they are. Because every collector wants one of these old vintage toys.
I can remember these, and the eraser tops. I had forgotten about them. Oh my gosh. Now, the curator of the museum is...
Jack Marcus.
Jack Marcus?
Yeah. And
he just runs it because he likes the...
Well, he runs it on behalf of our boss, Albert Cora. He's a local businessman in the area. Albert's story is that he originally grew up in the LA Bay Area, like near Long Beach, that type of spot. His family, though, when he was at least adolescent, like I would say preteen, teenager, his family moved to San Bernardino. And he was here around some years after the original building was gone. But he was around long enough, around at least early enough to hear about the stories of it. So they always been, the brothers and their creation has always been somewhat of a source of inspiration to him. So he had his fascination of the location, he had an interest, and then when he saw this place was foreclosed and was up for sale in '98, he kind of thought it was meant for him. It was meant for him to take the chance to buy it and claim a piece of history that's always been part of his life. Yeah. And now we can only talk about rather than actually show people young enough to be able to see it.
Yeah, everything's clean. It's just a really great museum.
Well, we try. I mean, like I said, we're a little hole in the wall. We're a private museum. We're not connected with the company, with the corporation of McDonald's at all. So everything we do on our own merits and resources. I mean, it's not the most fancy-looking museum, but we tried the best we can with what we got.
Oh, you got great.
Well, the thing we do take pride in is that at least we have the most concentrated public access collection of memorabilia you can find anywhere else. And then not only that, but just the extent and the rarity of some of these items kind of is another source of pride for us because it took a while to collect all this stuff and then to track down people to get it.
I bet it did.
The McDonald Museum, located at 1398 Northeast Street in San Bernardino, was fantastic. The passion and care that was put into these displays, we highly recommend that you come see this place. And also see the movie The Founder, an amazing story of how McDonald's ended up being successful. We are being a little coy about the storyline of the movie, but it's well worth seeing because it will surprise you if you've not seen it before. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we look forward to seeing you on the road with Keith and We Adventures.